There comes a moment in life when you realize something uncomfortable. The way people treat you is not random. It is not bad luck. It is not fate. It is often a reflection of the standards you silently accept. Stoicism teaches that respect begins internally long before it shows up externally. If you do not respect your own time, your own boundaries, your own values, the world will follow your example without hesitation. People do not wake up planning to disrespect you. They respond to the signals you send through your actions, your silence, and your tolerance. Every time you allow behavior that drains you, diminishes you, or dishonors you, you teach others how to treat you. This is not cruelty. It is human nature. Marcus Aurelius warned that we become complicit in our own mistreatment when we fail to act according to reason and self-worth. Self-respect is not arrogance. It is not loud. It does not need to renounce itself. True self-respect is quiet discipline. It is the ability to say no without anger. It is the refusal to explain yourself to people who benefit from misunderstanding you. When you respect yourself, you stop negotiating your dignity for approval. And when that happens, something shifts in how the world responds to you. Stoicism reminds us that you cannot control how others behave, but you can control what you tolerate. The moment you stop tolerating disrespect, excuses, and manipulation, those things begin to disappear from your life. Not because people suddenly become better, but because they no longer have access to you. Access is earned through respect, not sympathy. Many people confuse kindness with self-abandonment. They believe that being patient means enduring disrespect. They believe being understanding means absorbing mistreatment. Stoicism rejects this weakness. Seneca wrote that no one can hurt you without your cooperation. When you stay silent in the face of repeated disrespect, you cooperate with it. When you make excuses for people who repeatedly cross your boundaries, you train them to continue. Respect starts with how you speak to yourself. If your inner voice is harsh, apologetic, or doubtful, it will leak into how you carry yourself. Your posture, your tone, your decisions all reveal whether you believe you deserve respect. People notice these things instinctively. You do not need to explain your worth. You need to embody it. The Stoic path teaches restraint, not submission. It teaches calm strength, not emotional weakness. When you respect yourself, you stop chasing validation. You stop proving your value. You stop explaining why you deserve decency. You simply live by your standards and let others adjust or leave. One of the most powerful forms of self-respect is walking away. Walking away from conversations that insult your intelligence. Walking away from relationships that drain your peace. Walking away from environments that reward disrespect. This is not avoidance. This is wisdom. Epictetus taught that freedom begins the moment you stop allowing things outside your control to disturb your inner order. People who respect themselves move differently. They do not rush to respond. They do not beg to be chosen. They do not fear being misunderstood. They understand that their value is not determined by how many people approve of them, but by how closely they live according to their principles. That is why they are taken seriously. If you want respect, stop over-explaining. Stop justifying your boundaries. Stop apologizing for having standards. The Stoics believed that a man who respects himself does not need to raise his voice. His consistency speaks for him. His calm carries weight. His absence is felt. There will be people who resist your growth. People who benefited from the old version of you. When you raise your standards, they will call you cold, distant, or changed. Let them. Their discomfort is not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to live in alignment with your values. Respect is not demanded. It is demonstrated. It is earned through self-control, clarity, and courage. When you treat your time as valuable, others do too. When you protect your peace, others notice. When you stop tolerating nonsense, nonsense stops approaching you. Stoicism is not about becoming emotionless. It is about becoming unshakable. It is about building such a strong internal foundation that external disrespect no longer defines you. You do not react. You do not chase. You observe. You decide. You move on. If this message resonates with you, then you are already on the path of self-mastery. And if you want more Stoic wisdom like this, lessons on discipline, respect, emotional control, and inner power, make sure you subscribe to this channel. This is where we sharpen the mind, strengthen the spirit, and build unbreakable self-respect. Remember this: the world does not give respect to those who beg for it. It gives respect to those who already have it within themselves. When you lack self-respect, you begin to fear silence. You fear being ignored. You fear being left behind. And because of that fear, you tolerate things that slowly erode your spirit. Stoicism teaches that fear is often the root of submission. Not fear of danger, but fear of discomfort. Fear of being alone. Fear of standing firm. The moment you remove that fear, your posture changes. Your decisions become cleaner. Your presence becomes heavier. A person who respects himself does not rush to fill every gap. He does not chase conversations that drain him. He does not remain where he is merely tolerated instead of valued. He understands that solitude is not punishment. It is refinement. Marcus Aurelius spent long periods alone not because he was weak, but because clarity is born in silence. When you are comfortable standing alone, you become impossible to manipulate. Many people are treated poorly because they overextend themselves. They give explanations where none are owed. They offer loyalty before it is earned. They stay available even when they are being disregarded. Stoicism calls this a failure of judgment. Your energy is currency. Spend it wisely. Those who invest nothing in you should not have unlimited access to you. Self-respect is revealed in small decisions. How quickly you respond. How much disrespect you laugh off. How often you betray your own needs to keep the peace. These are not harmless habits. They are signals, and people read them clearly, even if unconsciously. When you begin to slow down, to choose carefully, to respond instead of react, the dynamic changes. Stoics understood that dignity is a daily practice. It is choosing restraint over impulse, silence over drama, distance over resentment. You do not need to confront everyone who disrespects you. Most of the time, removing access is enough. Absence is a powerful teacher. When someone feels the weight of losing access to you, they understand what words could never explain. You will notice something interesting when you start respecting yourself. Some people will disappear, not because you did something wrong, but because you stopped being convenient. You stopped being endlessly forgiving. You stopped lowering your standards to keep them comfortable. Let them go. Stoicism teaches that loss is not always tragedy. Sometimes it is alignment. The strongest people are not aggressive. They are grounded. They are consistent. They do not threaten. They do not plead. They simply live by their principles and allow others to adapt or exit. This is why Stoics were feared and respected. Their calm could not be shaken. Their boundaries were invisible yet firm. If you constantly feel overlooked, interrupted, or undervalued, look inward without shame. Ask yourself where you abandoned your own standards, where you accepted less than you deserved. This is not self-blame. This is self-awareness, and awareness is the first step toward power. Disrespect thrives where clarity is absent. When you clearly define who you are, what you accept, and what you will walk away from, confusion disappears. People either rise to meet your standards or fall away naturally. Both outcomes are victories. If you are still watching this, it means you are not satisfied with surface-level motivation. You are here for real internal change. And this channel exists for that reason. If you want more Stoic teachings that build discipline, confidence, and unshakable self-respect, subscribe now and stay on this path of mastery. Respect yourself in private, and the world will respect you in public. This is the Stoic law. It has never failed.